Hello and welcome to this Q4 update for Smithfield Birmingham. I'm stood beside the land parcel for Smiths and Works, and the piling mat is now down awaiting the piling rig. So the piling rig is making its way through the city, we hope on the 16th of the month of October. And that'll take about 2 days to get in situ, and then piling will commence. We've organised that alongside the approval of our gateway application, which we again are hopeful will be in place to allow that to happen. So there could be a change to that, but we're very much hoping that those are the dates that groundwork will commence. So on the basis there's not a lot to show you on site today, I thought it'd be a good idea to meet the team and some of the consultants involved in the project of Smithfield House, Lofts and Works. So I'm here with Simon from CBP, the architects that have been with us from the very concept of Smithfield all the way through to today, as now we're just starting on site. So hi Simon.
Hi there, hi Joe.
Hi. So now we're on site. What's your role as an architect for this phase?
Okay, so we're going through the gateway process. That's about to be approved through building control, building regulations. Once we get approval, then obviously we can start on site. And then that's our role with just supporting on-site works, answering queries and providing further information that may be required as works proceed on site.
Sure. So it's that conversion from off the page, into real life.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
And what challenges, if any, have you found specific about this particular project?
Because it's a high-risk building, the gateway process is quite intense.
High-risk buildings, obviously, to you and I, don't really raise any red flags. But
no.
Obviously, for the buyers of the building, what do we class as a high-risk building?
High-risk building, buildings over 7 stories or over 18 metres.
Okay.
And obviously, this falls into that category.
Sure.
So it goes through a special process. Not standard building regulations. It goes through a special process where it's vetted intensely, really, and you have to provide all construction information at the Gateway 2 stage.
Okay.
Rather than providing information during the build process, it all has to be completed at the Gateway 2 stage.
Sure.
And that's the process we're going through now.
Yeah, and that's been, for us as a developer and obviously, for us as a collective team of consultants, quite an arduous process, isn't it?
It has, yeah. It is an arduous process because everything has to be designed. You can't start on site until everything has been designed and approved. Yeah. And that's the process we're going through now.
Okay. So what would be the alternative? So just to put that into some context, say traditionally, or buildings that we've built and that we've built together with Prosperity historically,
yep.
What would have been the difference between sort of now and then?
The difference would have been a standard building regulations application. And for that, you put in basic drawings, basic plans, layouts, and you can then start on site, but then provide information going forward on site. But sure. Obviously, with the gateway process, you can't do that.
Yeah. So it's just been the volume of information, really, hasn't it?
It has. Yeah.
Totally different application, a lot more involved, a lot more detail, a lot more consultant-led than we've ever known before as a developer. Yeah. What was the change and why?
As it all comes from Grenfell. The regulations are really tightened up, and that's why this Gateway 2 process, where everything has to be provided before you start on site. It's a very good system. It takes longer to get to that point, but it means that when you do get to site, everything's approved, everything's agreed. Yeah. And you can crack on. Yeah. Crack on with the works.
Yeah. I mean, I think from a developer's perspective, as challenges as it has been for us because of the delays, when we get on site, I think, obviously seeing you guys, doing the work and the overlay of all the different disciplines that are going to be on site and all the different contractors, and seeing that up front, I think that's really going to help us to, make swifter progress once we're actually on site.
Absolutely.
So someone that's been with Prosperity for many, many years. This is Ron, our QS. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Jim.
Hi. So tell us a bit about your role as the QS, particularly on this project for Smithfield.
Yes, I mean, this is our first Gateway 2 projects really, so it is different to what we're used to in the past really, so it is challenging, and it has taken, it's a different approach really.
Sure.
We're getting the team specialist subcontractors on board early, so you're potentially losing a bit of competition.
Sure.
We're trying to better that all the time, but it's challenging certainly.
Sure. Okay. So, and how do you, because of the term of obviously the application and how long it's taken, and we've touched on it in different conversations, it's been an arduous process, and obviously we are one of the first through that process in real terms. So how do you keep an eye on costs when you've got inflation, but yet we're not on site yet?
The relationship with subcontractors is good.
Yeah.
We're working with them, we're speaking to them, meeting with them, and they're working with us. So we're very close to letting some of the subcontracts now at the original prices, which is good.
That's good.
But there's one or two tweaks that we're trying to get on top of, but generally people are working with us and they understand they're in the same boat as us really.
Sure, which I think it's an industry-wide thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure. So as we obviously get on site very, very soon in a matter of weeks, what will your role be ongoing throughout the project?
Well, our involvement will be, again, slightly different. It's a construction management role, so dealing with each subcontract on a monthly, fortnightly basis, depending on what we agreed terms with them.
Sure.
But
Okay.
yeah, so it's keeping on top of the costs and dealing with any changes. But hopefully, the good thing about Gateway 2 is it's fully designed, so we shouldn't have too many changes.
I'm here with John from OCSC. Hi, John.
How's it going?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, good.
Could you tell us a bit about you, your company, and what you've been working on the Smithfield project for us?
Yeah. So I'm regional director for Connor Sutton Cronin. We're civil structural engineers on the Pressworks Smithfield scheme. We're civil structural engineers for the scheme. So we're doing the structural design, we're doing the substructure up the ground, the first floor.
And what will be your kind of key activity once we obviously sort of get going on site?
Yeah, so we'll be heavily involved from the start. The frame is the first thing to get up to get going. Piling, groundworks, and the in situ frame.
Sure.
That's fully our design and detail.
Okay.
So we'll be heavily involved with the piling contractor, Van L, going to be coming on site relatively soon.
Yeah.
Any sort of ground issues, if there's any obstructions in the ground, we'll be heavily involved trying to see if anything needs to be tweaked and whatnot to suit.
So what's the window of time from piling, which starts very, very soon, through to the envelope, from FP McCann being sort of in effect complete from an envelope perspective?
Yeah, so I think piling's down for about a 4 to 6 weeks program.
Yeah. Then
you're looking at probably 4 months or so getting the in situ frame up, and then I think FP McCann's probably have about a 9 month or so program to get the precast frame up.
Sure.
So obviously they'll be up at maybe level 15, but a lot of the trades will be in at the lower levels getting their items done. So
sure.
Yeah, the frame will be up at level 10 while you have your wet trades, if you like, on the lower floors coming
chasing
in
them up the building.
Chasing them up, yeah, exactly.
Can you tell us a bit about Thornley & Lumb and what you've been working on the Smithfield project to date?
Okay, so Thornley & Lumb, we're a M&E consultant working on behalf of Prosperity. We've developed the full M&E package for the scheme, including building physics, so all the energy modelling, SAP calculations, SBM calculations to understand the energy portfolio of the development, and also developed through the mechanical electrical design, incorporating specialist subcontractors as well.
Okay. So there's been a lot of work to date, obviously. And then what's your roles particularly as we progress through the build?
So as we move on to build stage, we'll be monitoring the installation, so checking compliance with the contractor installation, make sure it complies with the employee requirements and our design, to carry that through to Gateway 3, hand over the project, making sure we're on track and we're not deviating from that design.
So apologies for the lack of on-site action for this update, but as you've heard from the consultants, the Gateway application and process is a very detailed, challenging application, but we are very much at the latter stages of that. Within weeks we will be receiving our approval, and then site works will commence in full, and then once we're on site, Progress will be swift. Certainly getting the groundworks done and then getting on site with the main envelope contractor will be happening quite quickly. So I'm hoping in future updates we'll have more to show you. But hopefully that gave you an insight into some of the team, the work that they're doing in the background to get us on site. It's the last update for the year, so although it's early, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll look forward to updating you again in January.